Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Trading Academy, as always. I am your host, Josh Lilliquist. On the last segment, we covered some different, I guess we'll call it, assumptions that people make about retirement or on retirement. And a lot of that is because you're being fed certain information. And it's one of those things, as you hate to believe it, but there's a reason why you see everything you see online. There's a reason why you see everything you see on TV. It's because of institutions know people will follow that stuff. Right. And do the things that they see. Is not because they're doing things wrong, it's just you don't know any different. That's why, we've been having so many people come to these investing classes that we're doing right here at the Academy to learn more about why, for one. First off, you have to know why. Mm-hmm. And then what can you do differently for yourself? How do you make smart investing decisions for yourself, not for somebody else? Or, better yet, not have somebody else dictate your financial future. So that's a key there as well. So we had a lot of people texting in and going to the website for our free investing class that we're hosting right here at the Academy. We do these classes during the week. We also do them on the weekends, evenings, and mornings, so pretty much anybody can attend. I want to invite you to this class, so get your phones ready. I'm going to give you a text number to text in. So when you text in, you're going to get a text right back with a link to our landing page, and you can pick your own date there. But here's the text number. You can text the word investing to the number 210-210, and that'll actually be for 2 seats, one for you and one for a friend. Text investing to the number 210-210, or go to investingandtradinglive.com, and you can pick your own date there. There's a little video in there actually as well on what to expect in this investing class, so that we can see more about it. When you get in, you might have some more questions as well, and we encourage you, bring those questions in. So Al, on this final segment here of the day, we had a great show so far today, and I think a lot of listeners are understanding the opportunities that the markets are bringing them and learning more about how to actually start that process. Now, we had a jobs report Friday, right? Was it Friday? Yeah, Friday today, or Friday it was Friday.
Friday morning. Yep.
Jobs report Friday morning, and it went up, right? So what does that actually mean?
Yeah, the jobs report was much better than expected. We added 254,000 new jobs, and only 150,000 were expected by the so-called professional economists. And then unemployment also went down from 4.1 to 4.1 from 4.2. What does that mean? Well, the ideal situation for the Fed is to have a strong economy, not overly strong, but also low inflation. Mm-hmm. And this is what this report is showing us, that the economy still seems to be stronger than we anticipated. Job growth, unemployment rate is still low. But what it does mean is that probably, because a lot of people were anticipating a half a point cut again.
I think the stats were actually, half. A lot of people expect at least a quarter.
Yeah. Well, there may be a quarter, but half a point is probably off the table, mm-hmm. and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Some people might assume that, but it's showing that what's happened with the Fed, the way they've handled this is actually they've actually done a pretty decent job. Now, here's the other thing, though. What happens in the markets and what happens in the economy aren't necessarily always the same thing.
Yeah, why is it important to know that?
Well, it's important to know that because if you are investing in the markets, you need to know things that aren't necessarily based on what's happening in the economy. You mentioned something earlier that's important too. People listen to things. And Wall Street has a tendency to want to try to take advantage of the emotions of the public and maybe manipulate things to their advantage.
No, they would never do something like that, would they?
News alert, folks. And if that's the case, then it really becomes important not to listen to what people are saying, not to listen to the noise that's out there, but just follow what's happening. Because if you are going to be in any one of the financial markets, whether it's the stock market, whether it's mutual funds or bonds or ETFs or options, futures, forex, crypto, any of those things, the important thing is to know when price is going to move in the direction that it will benefit you, and then how far it's going to go. Those are the only two important things. The most important thing is the proper price to enter into a position, because that dictates the quality of your protection, which you have to have. You have to have risk management, and then it also will help you determine, a much bigger profit potential.
Mm-hmm. So just based off of expectations, if the jobs report went up, right, what would you expect just in your opinion, the market to do just as an opinion?
Well, I expect the market to go up.
Okay, so let's tackle this for a minute. Mm-hmm. So that's what you expect, right? And there's a lot of people that are probably short-term trading out there. And if you look at the market on Friday, what had happened was market gaps up. So market did go up. That expectation was there. But do you know what happened right out of the open? The market went straight down. So what's happening there is the expectation is, it's going to go up because of these reasons. And then what happens is the public goes out there and does and buys after price already went up. And institutions know that stuff. So they're moving these markets, and it's all about supply and demand. So as the markets opened up high, people probably got into their trades, right? And the market went straight down. So the people that bought because they thought it was great, market went straight down. Then they panic. They don't have a plan. They have emotions, and then that's why they have inconsistency in the markets.
Yeah, and that gets back to what I was saying about the big players taking advantage of the emotions of the public, and the big traders out there, the most successful traders will tell you that that's how they make their living. They make their living off of the emotions of the public. And the reason that over 90% of the people that try to do this on their own fail is because when they're dealing with their own money, even if they start out with doing demo trades and they seem to do okay, once their real money is involved, their emotions take over and they start to blow things up. So you have to use a strategy that keeps those emotions in check as much as possible. Keep your brain out of it and your gut out of it. And the only way you can do that successfully on a consistent basis is to be able to follow a set of rules, a step-by-step process. That's exactly what our core strategy has. It's that process, that step-by-step process, that once you learn how to do that, you build the skills to use it, your brain is going to be resting.
Yeah.
Just keep it out of the equation.
Al, it seems like your brain's resting all the time, though. But let's talk.
That's why when I need it, it's ready to go.
There you go. It's hot, ready to go. So and I want to kind of unpack that a little bit more. But we have a lot of people right now that are listening, like, hey, they want that strategy. They want to know more about what those concepts are. Come into one of these trader workshops, power trading workshops, to check it out. Text investing to the number 210-210. That's text investing for a free power trading workshop right here at the Academy. Or go to Investing and Trading Live, and you can pick your own date there. So let's unpack that a little bit, Al. We got a few minutes left. Let's maybe, without going deep into the strategy, because I don't want to confuse people, because it is steps, but we can only explain so much over the radio waves here and podcast waves, and then live on the YouTube stream right now. So what would a couple steps be, just general steps to understand what they might be, and then when you come into these investing classes, we'll be able to show you what that actually is.
Right, and it gets down to you as an individual, what you're looking at doing, what is your investment style or trading style going to be based on what you need or what you want to have. And then we'll show you how to use, say, different time frame charts, for example. First of all, the most important thing is learning how to read a chart.
Okay.
Because everything you need to know is on that chart. We talked about that earlier in this show, I believe, where everything you need to know. You don't even have to know what you're looking at. The most important thing is there a good trade, a good investment? Where is it? Where do you get in, where you have the least amount of risk, the highest probability of it working in your favor, and the highest profit potential? A lot of people, in fact, I would say most people, when they make an investment, they're guessing at the price, thinking based on their opinion what's going to happen next. And to be honest with you, whether it's you out there listening or me or Josh, our opinions aren't worth squat. It's what the institutions are doing to move price. That's the most important thing.
I'll keep my mouth shut on that one.
We really comment on. So, and then also, what are the assets? What are the different assets that are available for you to trade that the smart money out there, the pros, are using, but they really don't want the public to know that.
Yep.
We kind of pull back the curtain on that and show you what those opportunities are.
Yeah, and there's a couple extra steps in there, and we'll kind of walk you through what a couple those might be. But really what it comes down to, as Al was alluding to, is reading a price chart. Where you get that information is off a platform, and when you come into these investing classes, we can help you out with where to get your proper information. But think of this as if you're a listener right now that has a child or has at one point babysat or something, everybody knows how, well, not everybody, but a lot of people know the concept of raising a child, but really getting them to learn how to read. Now, the first thing a child will do, and is natural, is if you can't read the words, you look at the pictures. And it's a visual.
Right.
And that's the very same process of the financial markets. The platform has a price chart, and it's a visual. And we can learn what that looks like as a picture, and then learn how to read that story. And that's really how a price chart is read. And we dive into some of those concepts in these investing classes that we do here at the Academy, and how to have steps to read that story. I want to invite you to one last giveaway of seats to the investing class. Matter of fact, this will be the Power Trading Workshop. Text investing to the number 210 right now for 2 seats for the Power Trading Workshop. You can also go to investingandtradinglive.com. Al, hit them up with today's OTA tip of the week.
Well, you know what? Take a moment and ask yourself why you are where you are in your life. And the answer is it's because of decisions that you have made. And where you're going to be in the future depends on the decisions that you make today. So why not embrace the fact that you have the freedom to decide how your future will look? The decision you make now can change your life forever. Remember, you can't achieve a higher level of anything behaving as the person who got you to where you are now.
I like that. Steps moving forward, not steps backward. And take that and start that in an investing class on the financial markets. Investing classes and power trading workshops. So when you text in, just make sure because we'll call you, make sure you have the right dates and stuff. Make sure you identify what you want to get out of these markets. Text investing to the number 210, or go to Investing and Trading Live. As always, same time, same place next week. Until then, retire young, my friends.